and welcome to yet another episode of For No One in Particular, the podcast for nothing about nothing unless you're really interested in whatever the hell we're talking about today. Now, today's a fun episode. I'm bringing two fun ladies into the booth, and they're going to talk about one of their favorite TV shows of all time. Not a good one in my opinion, but hey, it's not my show. Vampire Diaries. That's right. This is an episode all about the Vampire Diaries, famous books, and of course, CW TV show. I'm brought to you by Desert Highway Radio. Make sure you listen to Mic'd Up, Mildly Qualified, and Generational Talent if you like sports. In the studio with me today is my wife, Miss Lindsey Crowder. One of these buttons is applause. You ready? We're going to test them out. That ain't it. That ain't it. No, hold on. I don't know which button it is, but there's a whole lot. Yep. One of those was applause.
Yep, I heard it.
There it is. It's in the background.
Yep.
Okay. It is G. G is applause. We know that now. Now, Lindsey, okay, stop. Thank you. You joined us on the show before.
Yes, for the last episode.
For the Lost episode. Lost. Actual good television, folks. Listen to the Lost episode. But today, you are coming to me with your friend. Who's your friend?
Candyce.
What's Candyce's last name?
Menacini.
Okay, Candyce, go ahead and say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Yep, that's the voice you're going to have to listen to if you want to hear this episode. So, clock in now, I guess. But Candyce, welcome to the show. We love having you here. So we're going to talk today about Vampire Diaries. Now, I'm just going to guide the conversation. I've never really fully seen Vampire Diaries. I don't even think I've seen a full episode, truly. But that being said, we're going to start off with a fun game. Now, this game, you guys both have whiteboards in front of you. You have markers, and then you guys should have erasers too, correct?
Yes,
correct.
So, for those of you listening and you're big Vampire Diaries fans, we're going to start off with something fun before we dive a little bit more into the TV show and some of our opinions about it. We're going to play Who Said It. So, I'm going to give you a quote. This quote, I'm assuming, is a quote that is well known in the show. I don't think these all strike me as like very specific, spot on, maybe remarkable quotes. I couldn't tell you. You're just going to tell me who said it. But because we want listeners to play along, you guys are going to write your answers down on a whiteboard. We will reveal. That also gives listeners plenty of time to come up with their guess.
Let's hope we know it, huh?
Yeah, or else this will be embarrassing because
really
I'm going to call you guys Vampire Diary experts on the description. So don't
Loosely.
make me look foolish. But you've read the books too, correct?
Not all of them.
But you've read most.
Yes, I've read most.
And you're currently finishing it.
Yes.
And Candyce, you know how to read?
Yes, but I'm not reading the books.
Doesn't know how to read. Okay, so quote number one, ladies, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, first quote. I'm here to eat cotton candy and steal your girl. Okay, so ladies, do we have some guesses here? What are your guesses?
I put Damon.
Me too.
You guys are both correct. That is Damon.
Right.
And that apparently was from the season 1, episode 15, episode something.
So right at the end, you were close.
I was really close.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically the episode is A Few Good Men is the name of the episode for those of you who are caring about that. Let's see. We're going to go kind of beginner level first. So these first 5 quotes, and that because that was just a practice one so people know how to play the game. These are your first 5, okay? These are considered beginner level. Should be relatively easy. The iconic first line of the series, hello, brother. Ladies are now writing down their answers. Lindsey reveals, Candyce reveals. You guys both say?
Damon.
Damon is correct.
Love him.
Okay, number 2. I met a girl, we talked, it was epic, but then the sun came up and reality set in. Okay, I've got, you agree with her answer?
Yes.
Lindsey, what do you say? Stefan, yes. Talking about his first meeting with Elena. All right, next one. He's your first love. I intend to be your last, however long it takes.
Oh.
Now, I'll tell you what, ladies. I'll tell you what. Right now, you guys both have, we're going to go with 2 points, okay? And you guys both have the same answer here. Now, can you tell me, for an extra point, what season this happens in?
Season 3.
So
I'm going to say season 4.
Okay, Lindsey says season 4. Candyce, you say?
Season 3.
It is season 4.
Ah, shit.
So, Lindsey, I'm going to give you the extra point for that. That is 3 points, Lindsey. 2 points, Candyce. If you're listening, go ahead and text me while you're driving and let me know what you're at. Number 4. Dear Diary, today a squirrel asked me my name. I told him it was Joe. That lie will haunt me forever.
I just saw this one too, and I'm not 100%.
Okay, Candyce, what about your guess?
I put Damon.
Lindsey?
I put Damon as well.
You guys are both correct. He is mocking Stefan's diary habits.
Are we marking points when we both get them right?
I'm keeping score for you guys. You're good.
Oh, perfect.
All right, last one for the beginner section of this challenge. Everything I like about me is you. Everything I like about me is you. Oh, Candace, you're quick on the board. What do you got for me?
I said Damon.
You said Damon again, and you say?
I'm going to say Stefan.
And you are both incorrect.
Oh, man.
It
Who
was
was it?
Tyler Lockwood to Caroline.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, well, they weren't important, so.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Well, the couple.
Okay, we're now getting into level 2, which is more of an expert level here, and level 3 will be, truly the hardest of the hard quotes. So we'll see how good you guys are. Hey, you guys are doing good right now.
Yeah,
for
beginner
Lindsay.
level.
Well, let's see. You guys watched the whole dang show how many times?
I've seen it 3 times.
Probably 4 or 5.
Then y'all should be nailing this.
Okay.
Okay, number 6. I'm not a bad person. I'm just a guy who's made bad choices. I'm not a bad person. I'm just a guy who's made bad choices.
Are you cheating?
Yeah, I looked over. Yeah. I didn't know that one, and I wasn't going to write anything.
I'm going to say Damon.
Wow, you guys really like guessing the same guy every time. And Candace?
I don't know. I want to say Kai, but I'm not too sure.
Go ahead and say something different, because you
You
both
should
be
wrong.
wrong.
Down Cry. It could be right.
No, it's not.
We were both wrong.
You're
just
both wrong.
kidding.
Could you repeat it?
I'm not a bad person. I'm just a guy who's made bad choices. You guys give up?
Is it
yet?
Klaus?
It is not.
Is it Elijah?
Enzo.
You guys have still not nailed the name.
Wow.
You've definitely thrown out plenty. It was Alaric.
Oh, I don't
Alaric
remember.
Saltzman.
Yes, the history teacher
Oh, okay.
who hunts vampires.
Okay.
And is one of the originals now?
Yep.
Spoiler warning for those of
Yeah.
you who haven't watched the show. Then again, I don't
I'm
know
so
why you'd
sorry.
listen to this episode if you haven't. All right, number 7. If I let myself care, all I feel is pain. If I let myself care, all
Literally.
I feel is pain. Well, that's a dramatic quote. Dramatic quote indeed. First one of you to show me your boards. We'll go with that. Okay, I've got Lindsay answering with,
Stefan.
and I've got Candace answering with.
Elena.
It is Elena.
Good job, Candace.
Thank you.
Score is now tied at 4, and that was her reflecting on her grief. Oh, how sad. Number 8. Humanity is vampire's greatest weakness. No matter how easy it is to turn it off, it keeps trying to fight its way back in.
This is really hard.
Humanity is a vampire's greatest weakness. No matter how easy it is to turn off, it keeps trying to fight its way back in. Wow, another deep quote from Vampire Diaries.
Ooh, that one is really hard.
Hit us with a guess, ladies.
I'm guessing for sure.
Okay, Lindsay's thrown out a guess. Candace, you have a guess written down as well?
No.
Okay, so nothing from Candace? Go ahead and hit me with something.
I want to say Caroline.
Okay, she guesses Caroline. Lindsay, your guess?
I said Catherine.
Catherine is correct.
Good job,
Catherine
Lindsay.
Pierce. That is 5. Okay, number 9. I'm the hybrid. I can't be killed. I have nothing to fear from any of you. I'm the hybrid. I can't be killed. I have nothing to fear from any of you. Okay, we've got 2 different answers. Lindsay, what's your answer?
Klaus.
Candace?
Tyler.
It is Klaus Mikkelsen,
Michelson.
whatever. Yeah.
Actually, I think it is Mikkelsen. Is that how they
I
say
feel
it?
like Tyler has also said that, though.
This is a very
He's
specific
made
quote,
into
so
a
he's
hybrid,
probably
though.
said something similar. Number 10. The only thing I ever wanted was for you to love me. Oh, how sad. Wow. The only thing I
Ew.
ever wanted was for you to love me.
That's really cringy.
It is really cringy, but this is the show you ladies love. All right, I've got a guess from Lindsay.
Oh, wait, no, that's not who I wanted to write.
That's
I
not who
even-
she wanted to write,
I
but
even
it's okay.
wanted-
Okay, your guess?
I'm going to go with Damon, but I'm not too sure.
Okay.
I'm going to say Caroline.
You'd both be incorrect. It is Rebecca.
Oh, she did.
yeah.
She was a pygmy.
Absolutely a pick me.
Then we are on to the 3rd round. Are you guys ready?
No, because that second round was actually really hard.
Well, good. This is even harder. Somebody
Oh, shoot.
listening has nailed all of them and is
Good
so
for them.
frustrated.
Yeah,
I can
good
guarantee
job.
it. Number 11, I'm sorry. I do believe in killing the messenger. You know why? Because it sends a message. I do believe in killing the messenger. You know why? Because it sends a message. All right, I have a guess from Lindsay. Oh, I have the same guess from both ladies. You both said,
Klaus.
and you were both incorrect. It was Damon.
That was who I was going to put, but
You
I feel
should
like
have
I
put
keep
him.
putting Damon.
All right, number 12. I survived a burning house. I'm not afraid of a little fire. I survived a burning house. I'm not afraid of a little fire. Now, if I was you, I'd be thinking, well, which character
Exactly.
survived a burning house?
That's what I'm thinking of.
Maybe all of them did, though. I've never seen the
No.
show.
Wait, can you say the quote again?
I survived a burning house. I'm not afraid of a little fire.
Oh, shoot.
Remember, if you're listening to this while driving, we do have other episodes of this show. One about Lost, a couple more about Stephen King book rankings, very fun stuff. And neither lady has actually given me a guess yet, but they have been talking amongst each other.
What is her
I'm gonna go with Jeremy.
Jeremy? Is that somebody's name?
Yeah, that's the younger brother.
Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy.
Jeremy. Okay, yeah, Jeremy. And then Lindsay, I've got from you, looks like Jill.
I don't even know.
Lindsay, your guess?
I'm going to say Elena.
Both wrong. It is Catherine Pierce.
Oh,
All right, number 13. Life is too short to be miserable. Life is too short to be miserable.
the man we always say, write down.
I'll tell you what, I can give you guys a hint if you'd like.
Sure.
It is a woman who said this. So yeah, your Damon guess would have been yet another waste of a Damon guess.
No, that girl what is her name?
Yeah, no cheating, no cheating. If you guys don't know, you can simply say.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Lexi Branson.
Oh, the blonde Stefan's friend.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Number 14. The problem, Stefan, is that I'm better at being a vampire than you are. Wow, Candace, quick on the whiteboard. Mm-hmm. She writes Damon. Lindsay, same
Damon.
thing. Both incorrect.
Oh my God.
The answer is Enzo St. John.
Oh.
We should really just cut this whole game.
Yeah, you guys are bad, but this will be fun for listeners who actually know the show. Number 15 and final one. I've been in love with you since the second I saw you. I've been in love with you since the second I saw you. The hint I will give you, it is a male character who says this. And I can even give you a better hint, but I think it potentially would give it away. Would you like another hint? You both would be wrong. So how about I give you another hint? This person says this to Bonnie. I've been in love with you since the second I saw you. This person is saying it to Bonnie.
She doesn't have many love interests.
So I guess this should be a pretty easy answer then, one would think.
Right?
Okay, go ahead and give me your guess, Lindsay.
Enzo?
And yours?
Jeremy.
Jeremy was
Wow.
correct. And with that, Candace, you lose. 5-6. It was a very close game.
Can
So
I
well
just
done,
say
lady.
that it is very hot in here, and that's why I didn't do too well, because I'm sweating all over the place. So I just want to
Been married to you for how many years?
6.
You sweat consistently no matter what the situation is.
Yeah, and I just can't concentrate in these environments. So
Okay. And with that, we're going to dive into the Mystic Falls Travel Guide. So with the Mystic Falls Travel Guide segment here, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the fictional town of Mystic Falls, which is actually a real town, correct?
it's in Covington, Georgia, but they have like Mystic Falls themed
Places
to go to. Yes.
So, but in the show, the town is Mystic Falls.
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to go into the town of Mystic Falls. I want you to give me, Lindsay, what you would do in Mystic Falls and how you would avoid becoming turned into a vampire. Go ahead.
So, well, actually, your thing says, how would you avoid getting killed?
My apologies. Give me that then.
Okay. So I would befriend vampires because I love them. But I would not stay in any of these houses you listed, like the grill or the boarding house or the cemetery, if I'm trying to avoid them, because they can all enter that. The boarding house is owned by vampires. When the owner passes away, but any vampire can enter that. So I would go into a friend's house or my own house and just not invite them in if I wanted to avoid getting turned or killed. But I would want to be turned. So I would befriend vampires and hopefully I'm on the right side of vampires.
Okay. Now, Candace, what about you? What is your answer to that question?
I agree with Lindsay. The places that you listed, like Lindsay said, the vampires can walk into, but I would want to stay at the boarding house because I'd want to stay with Damon and Stefan.
Oh, Okay, so she gave me a horny answer. That's great. Now, that being said, Lindsay, you took this question a different way. What was your take on my Mystic Falls travel guide?
So I had made notes of things that are in Covington, Georgia, that are show related. So there's a tour there that you can do. It shows you the Lockwood Mansion, the witch's house, and Elena's front porch. You don't go into the house. I've heard recently, though, that Caroline Forbes's house is something that you can go into. It's like, I could be wrong. I think it's like a bookstore kind of thing.
I thought I heard that you could stay at that place.
You might be able to, yeah. And then there's a place called the Stab Alley, which is alongside, it's alongside Mystic Grill. So there's an actual Mystic Grill in Covington, Georgia, and the Stab Alley's on the side. And you can get sired with a blood bag drink, which is what you've talked to me about. And then obviously I'd love to go to the Mystic Grill and eat there. But then there's Town Square Olive Oil, which offers white and red wine in blood bags.
All right. Well, Covington, you are welcome for us promoting your small town and some of the festivities there. Now, when it comes to the show itself, ladies, and I'm going to just hit you with some questions to kind of extend this segment a little bit here. Vampire Diaries, how many seasons are we talking here?
There's 8.
8 seasons. 8 seasons, all of which primarily take place in the town of Mystic Falls. They don't leave that town often?
They leave not often.
They did leave it in season 5 because what happened? Remember where they couldn't get the ravine on like the border, so the vampires couldn't go back in after that.
Right. But they don't leave like all the time. Like primarily the show is just in Mystic Falls.
So with that being said, is there one place, if you were to talk to somebody who's never been to Mystic Falls, that you would tell them to absolutely avoid like the plague?
If they don't want to be turned into a vampire, probably the entire town.
The entire town. So there's not a safe haven in this place?
No. Not really, because it attracts all these creatures. So it's just like a center point where all these things go.
Okay. And then is there any places inside Mystic Falls that you guys as fans would love to just visit the set, let's say, of Vampire Diaries to be able to see it as it was being filmed?
Probably the boarding house.
Yeah. I would love to just go inside and see how it looks.
So tell me about the boarding house. What is the boarding house?
That is Damon and Stefan's, that's their house. So it started off as the Salvatore's house, and it like goes back like years. And then Damon killed their uncle. So then they took over the house. Okay.
Now there's a bar that you guys have talked about that's in the show.
The Mystic Grill.
And that is owned by vampires.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just, it's where a couple of the characters work, and they meet up there for drinks, play pool, all that. But it's like Damon, he's a huge drinker in the show. So that's where he goes when he's in his feelings and all that.
Okay. And then the high school, are they high schoolers in the show?
Yeah.
So the high school is definitely a fun place.
Yeah. Actually, I would like the high school as well, like the gym, because they do so many fun events in the show, like all their carnivals and, their car washes and all that. That would be really fun to go to.
Okay.
Walk down that.
Or like Elena's house.
Yeah.
I would like to go into like Elena's house just because it burns down, and just to see like it now, like, I don't know, I feel like
that front
pretty
porch.
Cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
She's got a wraparound porch. No, she doesn't. It's not fully wrapped around, but it's a very big porch with a swing on it.
There's lots of guys she's kissed there.
I see. So a lot of heartbreak happening on Elena's porch, I take it, or heart mending, I suppose. Okay, heartbreak and mending. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. And is there any place that the vampires have not gone to in Mystic Falls? Somewhere where maybe they are kind as not accepted, but you guys said pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, the town, honestly, the people are not the brightest. The people that don't know about vampires. Everyone else, the majority of the higher ups in town know about them. So they vervain things, which obviously deters vampires away from you. So I guess in reality, there's really no place that vampires can go that is safe unless they find a loophole around something.
And then you guys mentioned other creatures in this town. So is there things like werewolves? Like, what are the other creatures that we're dealing with?
There's werewolves, there's hybrids,
sirens,
witches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do they all also kind of have a place that they call home in different areas, or?
In different seasons, yes. Klaus and his family, so Klaus is the start of the hybrids, they eventually find their way back to Mystic Falls and make a home there. There's Cade. He doesn't live there. He's more of like the devil's advocate kind of thing. He doesn't even live there, but he haunts the town in later seasons. Same with the sirens and Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Mystic Falls, hell of a place to go. Make sure you put it on your bucket list there, listeners. Now, we are going to go ahead and jump into segment 2. And with segment 2, we are going to be talking about some controversial takes as well as our top 5 best and worst characters in the show. So stay tuned. Welcome back to For No One in Particular, the Vampire Diaries special episode featuring Lindsey and Candyce. So we are now diving into some controversial takes. Okay. And I want your opinions on these. I looked up on the internet some controversial opinions about Vampire Diaries, and I gave you 2 ahead of time to do a little bit of research on. I am going to hit you with several in the moment here to get your legit reactions. First and foremost, the 2 brothers are the main characters, right?
Yes.
And that would be Damon and Stefan.
Yes.
Salvatore. Is Stefan a villain?
I say yes. I say that he is the real villain.
The real villain of the entire show?
Out of them two.
Out of those 2.
So like Stefan always like judges Damon and always says that he's like this like big like villain person. But when Stefan, like when they both originally turned to be vampires, Stefan forced Damon to be a vampire and Damon did not want to. And then like Stefan, he cannot drink people's blood or he will be a ripper. Like he has to hunt down like bunnies and stuff like that. Where Damon, he drinks people's blood because he can control himself.
So when you say Stefan can't drink the blood of humans because he becomes a ripper. What is a ripper?
A ripper is when they go like all like crazy and they just like kill everybody in sight.
He's a sociopath.
Okay.
Is what he becomes.
Yeah.
Or just a serial killer, actually. Sociopath comes later with a different
So you're
character.
saying Stefan is the ultimate bad guy because he essentially creates Damon, his own brother, against his own will.
Yes, and he kills his parents or his dad.
So not a lot of redeemable qualities, being that that's the only information I have on him then. So that's fair. That's a fair point. Now, Lindsey, do you agree with that take or do you feel separately about it?
Between the 2 brothers, I do think Stefan is deeply flawed. He does, when he's on the straight and narrow, he cares deeply about the people in his life. But the minute something doesn't go his way, he does this whole guilt trip thing and doubles down on things. So let's say, I don't know, somebody in his little group gets hurt, he blames it on himself, and then he's flipping his humanity switch off and becomes this just disgusting person. And he kills people. He literally rips them apart and doesn't know how to control himself.
Okay. So both of you guys agree then that out of the 2 brothers, he is the more villainous one.
I think so, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Would we consider him a main antagonist of the entire show? Or is he still a hero in the show's perspective?
I wouldn't say he's a main antagonist. Damon definitely has those qualities. He comes in and he likes to stir up drama and piss people off. But Stefan, and that's the thing with Damon. Damon knows what he's doing. He knows that he's hurting people and pissing people off. And he basically tells everyone, this is me. You take me as I am or leave.
Okay. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Okay. So my next question, ladies, and again, I've only seen the bits and pieces of Vampire Diaries while my wife is forcing me to be in the bedroom while she's playing it, and I'm trying to read comic books or do something more exciting.
You're always out playing video games when I'm
fair.
watching it.
Now, that being said, Elena, right? A lot of people tend to hate on her on the internet. Now, the real question I have for you guys is she a pick-me girl? And Candyce, go ahead and explain to the audience what a pick-me is. Or do you need me to do that?
No, you can go ahead and do it.
Okay, so a pick-me then would be the type of girl that always, feels the need to be the center of attention. She'll often utilize different tactics to get to that point, whether it's playing the victim or kind of, hitting themselves where it hurts in terms of like just counting themselves out, insulting themselves to get others to want to hype her up. Again, it's usually the worst type of girl and there's probably a lot listening right now. Just kidding. Now, that being said, Candyce, would you consider Elena to be a pick-me, really just wanting to be that center of attention, doing whatever it takes to where people are always coming to her?
I feel like yes and no. Like I feel like there is some seasons where she is definitely like a pick-me girl, but then I feel like there's some seasons where she's not. She's also been through like a lot. She's been through more deaths like in just like a short amount of time. So I feel like she does kind of become like a pick-me girl. But I feel like if I'd have to say when she was like mainly like a pick-me girl was right when she turned into a vampire is when I would say that's when she became like pretty bad, pretty annoying.
And Lindsey?
So I agree with Candyce, yes and no. So I've read the books, and Elena in the books is absolutely a pick-me. What you get in Caroline in the first 2 seasons of Vampire Diaries, the show, is what you get in Elena in the book. She is not a nice person. She's like, everyone they bow down to her in the book. But I will agree with Candyce on when she turns, she does become a pick-me. She does
somewhat insufferable.
Yeah, she does. She makes these decisions that are just so careless, putting other people at risk that just, it makes it hard. Oh, and her voice is very nasally, so it makes it hard to handle her.
I don't know if that picked up on the other mics. I hope it did.
I heard it.
That was such a loud cough, Candice. Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So, okay. Now I've got, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 more takes that I just want your guys' opinions on. We're going to start with Lindsay. Okay. I've got Caroline. Klaus and Caroline makes 0 sense. Despite being one of the most shipped pairings in the Vampire Diaries universe, a vocal minority argues their dynamic is wildly toxic and out of character for Caroline. Why would she be charmed by the 1,000-year-old hybrid who terrorized her friends, killed her boyfriend's mother, and almost killed her multiple times? So, Lindsay, go ahead. Tell me, do you think that it makes 0 sense?
Absolutely not. I 100% agree with that. And I am so mad at the show for not putting those two together, because it's like you and I, the good and bad.
Am I the bad?
Yes.
Oh.
And he understood all of his faults, and so did she. And I genuinely think she would have brought so much good out of him. But her character had a hard time looking past all that. I just wish they had later on brought them together, because they are just so good looking together.
Okay. And Candice, any thoughts?
No, I absolutely agree. Like, they would be probably honestly better than Elena and Damon. I mean, yes. Elena and
100%.
Damon.
Okay, so the things that they're saying here about how he terrorizes her friends, kills her mom's boyfriend, and almost kills her, that's just a non-factor?
No, I think that's what makes Klaus sexy.
You've got
And
problems.
I feel like everybody in the show does something awful. Yep. Like, everybody's killed somebody.
Caroline herself has killed somebody.
Okay.
Not many, but, not as much as him. But
like, I don't know. I feel like Caroline brings the good out in Klaus. So, I don't know. I feel like they would just be perfect.
Okay. So, Candice, this next one's going to you first here. The Matt Donovan hate is unjustified. Fans absolutely roast Matt for being annoying and constantly surviving against all odds. However, from a strictly human perspective, he was basically the only sane person left in town. It makes total sense that he would eventually resent the vampires who completely derailed his life and killed his sister.
Yeah, no, I hate Matt Donovan. I feel like he's like a pointless character. Like, he should have died like the first 27 times. Okay. And I feel like Matt has always hated the vampires. Like, since like Stefan coming into their lives, like, he's always had a hatred towards them. So,
And before they killed his sister?
Oh yeah, just
I feel like he didn't know about them until Vicky died.
Oh, yeah, you are right.
But he started out being a baby in the show because Elena dumped him. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's a big fat baby in the book too. I can't stand him.
I cannot. No, I don't know. The whole like family is just fucking pointless.
The internet, what they're saying is correct.
Yeah, he's.
So they think you guys both agree the hate is justified. And
absolutely.
100%.
So, fun fact about that guy, I don't know who the actor is, but he originally had applied to be Damon, which I don't know if you've seen Damon's eyebrows. Obviously, if you're listening, you probably have seen them. Watching Matt do those, or whatever his actor name is hysterical and disgusting.
Okay. Wow. A lot of Matt
those
Donovan.
Those memes are so funny.
All right, so Lindsay, we're going to go to you for this one. Bonnie Bennett was completely robbed. While everyone was fighting over the Salvatore brothers, Bonnie was constantly being used as a convenient plot device. The controversial opinion here isn't that she deserved better, but that her being constantly forced to sacrifice her own happiness and life to save her friends became exhausting. The writer should have let her have a villain or rebel arc.
I do disagree with that. And I touch on it later, because her doing all of that for the people she loved only created this amazing, strong woman later on. And I dabble into it later, so I don't want to get too deep. But I think everything that led up to that made her strong and independent, and just she valued her choices a lot more in the later seasons. Okay.
Candice, how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like I agree for the most part. I do feel like they did kind of use her a lot, but like Lindsay said, it did make her this strong person. So
okay, last one here for you, Candice. We're going to start off. The love triangle ruined the later seasons. Mm-mm. So by the time the show reached its back half, the constant back and forth of Stelena versus Delena started cannibalizing the rest of the plot. Many argue the show wasted massive amounts of screen time on fan service rather than resolving massive plot holes and exploring the really cool lore that they set up. So, in other words, I'm going to simplify this for you. They spent too much time on the love triangle, not enough time on everything else going on in the show. Do you agree with that?
Kind of, but I feel like Vampire Diaries is all about, like, not all about, but like I feel like one of the main focus was their love triangle.
Okay, so you think that they focused on the main core of the show and they let go of the side plot, is what you just said.
Yeah.
Do you want Lindsay to chime in?
Yeah, I don't really know how to answer that one.
I think there's times where it did, yes. But Candyce is right in the love triangle. That is exactly how it all started. That's how we meet Damon and Stefan. And without that triangle, without Elena, there wouldn't be a show, right? Okay. But I don't think that they lost anything later on. I think the only time you probably would lose people is when they say Elena is sired by Damon, that it's not a genuine love. And then we were starting to believe that it's not a real love and Stefan was the true love. That's the only time where you kind of lost me, because I want to believe it's Damon, but the sire bond comes in and then...
So the real thought here being that because of that being such a heavy focus, we're not seeing these other characters getting their stories. We're not seeing other lore elements come into play to where they're choosing basically, hey, we're going to put, if we got a 45-minute episode, I'm going to focus 30 minutes on the love story, 15 on everything else. Some people believe that, no. The love triangle should have been the 15 minutes worth. Give me 30 minutes worth of everything else. It's a hard thing to do in a show where the relationships are so pivotal to the plot.
But I think with 8 seasons, I do think they spaced things out enough to where it wasn't like there wasn't an overcrowd of this love triangle and then, the lore behind it. I feel like we did get enough lore and vampire knowledge from this, or what all the mythical creatures, that we weren't overwhelmed by either side.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, then we are going to dive into, and I'll kind of guide us along here. We're going to do the top 5 worst characters first. I think we should finish with the best. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go 5 to 1. We're going to start with our least worst character, which I know is some goofy verbiage, going all the way to what we consider to be the absolute worst character of the show at our number 1 spot on the worst. Do we follow along here?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go back and forth. Does either one of you have a preference on starting this one?
I can start.
Okay, and then Candyce, I'll have you start when we get to best.
So going from least worst, correct?
Yes, so least worst, so like, hey, they're bad, but, I've got worse coming.
Okay, so my number 5 spot was Lily Salvatore, which is Stefan and Damon's mom. And I only put her because I'm a mom. And the way she treats her boys and just chooses things that benefit her in life is something I would never do. And then you look at their father and then how she treated them, and you're like, oh, okay, now I see why Damon acted the way he did, or why Stefan chose to do certain things. But she is an awful woman and mother, and she made number 5 for me.
Okay. Now, I will say in other shows, I do this in a draft process to where basically when one's off the table, that's off the table for good. We did not do that here, so you guys might end up seeing some doubles on some lists. And that's, so Candyce, now your number 5 of your worst.
I put John Gilbert. I'm sorry if I messed up that last name.
That's a good one.
I put him just because I feel like he was just terrible. Like, that was Elena's biological dad, and he did not give a shit about her.
She also didn't find out till she was 18 years old that was her dad. She thought it was her uncle the entire time. And
I don't know. I just feel like when it comes when Elena finds out that is her dad, he doesn't do anything to help her. I don't know. I feel like he's useless.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving over to Lindsay here. What is your number 4?
Catherine Pierce.
Catherine Pierce.
She is a major manipulator, ruthless and cunning, and all decisions she makes are for herself. If you look up selfish, that is her picture. But it makes her a fabulous villain. You kind of hate her.
Okay. Okay. And so Candyce, you're number 4?
I always mess up on how I say her name. Sybil. Yeah, I hate her. I feel like she's just, I don't know, she's extra, and she erases Damon's memory of Elena to where it's it's her. So instead of him thinking about Elena, it's her, and I just feel like she just ruined a lot.
Okay. Lindsay's number 3.
Number 3. So I'm gonna go with Matt Donovan. I genuinely despise his character. He's boring. He's useless. They try to make him tough in later seasons where he becomes some cop and
he's just stupid.
Meets Penny, and I can't with him.
Okay. Candace, you're number 3.
Yes, I put Cade, so he's like the devil, like the helper, and I just feel like, I can't stand him.
Is there a specific reason you can't stand him?
I just feel like he just like the whole season with him in there, I feel like it's just so annoying.
Okay.
So I think he's also one that it's similar to Stefan's situation where he was just given a rough hand in life and he just turned evil basically because his entire village was burned down and they blamed him. So they burned him at the stake. And then that's what made him go crazy cuckoo like that. I like that one. That was
Before we get into your number 2, Linz, I'm surprised that you guys have not had any crossover. You guys have had very different lists, but I'm thinking maybe that'll change in our top 2 here. So Lindsay, you're number 2.
I'm going to stick with the Matt Donovan train and go with Vicky, his sister.
Ah, okay.
Because I backed that up.
Somebody who died then, right? This is the one who was killed?
She was turned and then killed. But yeah, another useless character. Pointless.
So big hate for the Donovan family. You're number 2, Candace.
Yeah, that was my number 2.
You guys both have Vicky Donovan at number 2.
I hate that family so much.
Just a lot of hate for the family. So the reasoning being that they are annoying, useless, and the show is trying to hype them up in a way that their characters just cannot do.
Matt, 100%. Vicky was portrayed in this very trashy kind of sense, but they really do try to hype Matt up, and you just can't do it.
Okay.
Because all you see is baby face Matt.
So then, Lindsay, you're number 1, the worst character on the Vampire Diaries.
So I only put him because I put him as my top villain, and that's Kai Parker. He is such an adorable little character, but he is like the annoying little brother who is picking at you all day long. And the minute you try to defend yourself, he snaps. But he is charming. And then he stabs you in the back the minute he gets the opportunity. He's unpredictable, chaotic, and literally the definition of a sociopath. He kills his entire family.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kai Parker is your number 1 worst character on the Vampire Diaries.
Yes, because I read your list as villains, so I was going with number 1 villain.
Okay, that works.
Yep.
That's a good way to interpret it. So, Candace, what do you have as your worst?
Matt Donovan. I hate him so much. Literally, I hate him so much.
See, I didn't know that prior to filming the show, so I'm really glad when we got to that controversial takes part. I actually asked you the Matt Donovan question first. That really worked out well. We could kind of get a sense for how this might play out. Okay, so Matt Donovan, and we've already kind of discussed your opinions towards him. So very good. Okay, so that is our top 5 worst. So real quick, Lindsay, give me just the 5 to 1, your worst characters, real quick, rapid fire.
Lily Salvatore, Catherine Pierce, Matt Donovan, Vicky Donovan, and then Kai Parker.
And then Candace, yours, 5 to 1?
Matt, Vicky, Cade, Sybil, and John.
You gave me a 1 to 5, but that's fine. We are going to move. It's okay. We're now going to move on to the top 5 best characters. Now, Lindsay, we started with you on the last one. We're going to start with Candace on this one. So, Candace, starting 5 to 1, your 5th best character on Vampire Diaries.
I put Elena just because I feel like the show's all about her. So, yeah, I just put her as my last one.
Okay, wow, a lot of reasoning behind that. Thank you so much. And Lindsay, you're number 5.
Okay, so I did Elena as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but only because of Nina Dobrev's, I think I said her last name right? Dobrev?
Yeah, sure.
Her acting. There was a lot of scenes that were so raw and emotional that made my heart break. And for example, season 3, when she calls Stefan, or he calls her, it is her birthday, right?
Stefan calls her.
Stefan calls her. He doesn't say anything. And all she says is, I love you. Hold on to that. Don't let that go. And her acting in it is so phenomenal. But it did take me a lot of thinking because I don't like her. So it took a lot for me to put her in my top 5.
Okay.
I also feel like when she burnt down her house and the way she just cried and like I don't know, I feel like that was like a really good acting moment.
You can feel that girl's emotional turmoil.
Yeah, she did so good with acting.
All right, so Candace, then you're number 4.
I put Catherine Pierce just because.
Wow.
Yeah,
very different opinions on Catherine. Okay.
I don't know. I just love like how she's a villain. Like I feel like she plays just such this like really good villain. You know, she comes in
Confident.
and I don't know, like she's the only one in the whole show that never turned her humanity switch off. Humanity switch off.
She she doesn't change as a character at all. There's really no growth in like a positive way. She knows what she's doing and she's just going to keep doing it.
And you respect that.
Yeah, I love her.
Okay.
She's confident.
Lindsay, you're number 4.
I put Klaus due to his intense charisma and his personality.
I thought that would have been a higher one on your list.
Yeah, well, he's a villain, yes, but he struggles with actual issues that are relatable to fans. Stefan does too, but I like Klaus more. Like his issues with his father not loving him. And that is, I'm sure a lot of us have gone through that. But
That was deep.
Yeah, he knew exactly what he was, and he was not going to falter, such as with Caroline. He said, this is what you get, and if you don't like it, that's okay. But yeah, I love Klaus.
All right. Candyce, you're number 3.
I put Elijah. I love him so much. First, he's so freaking hot.
Okie doke.
And out of like all of the originals, I just feel like he's the only one that like, you know, is like the closest to having like their humanity, I guess, in a way. Like he's
honest.
Very honest. Like he's always like, you have my word, and like he doesn't break his word. Okay. And I love him.
All right. This would be your number 3, Lindsay. Yep.
I put Dame and Salvatore. My notes say funny, witty, attractive. Do I need to say any more? But no, he has a really good character development. Obviously, he starts out as the villain brother and then eventually turns into, I guess he doesn't really turn into. He's always been a nice person, just with an attitude, or he's always joking about things and people can't take him seriously. So he does develop into, I guess, a more mature man. Okay. The show.
Candyce, this will be your number 2.
I put Klaus. Okay. I love like how crazy he is. I love how he doesn't care. But when he meets like Caroline, like you just see, you know, like how he does have a soft spot for her, and he does kind of have a soft spot for his siblings, but he also daggers them all the time. Yeah. So he's kind of crazy.
He's also that annoying little brother. The minute they turn on him, he stabs them in the heart.
Yeah. Okay. Every time.
Lindsay, you're number 2.
So my top 2 are both women. And number 2 is Catherine Forbes. I think she has the best development in character. She goes from being a very shallow girl into a confident and compassionate woman. And every time I rewatch the show, she is one that I genuinely like rewatching. Hate her in the beginning. She's a pick-me in the first season, or I'm not sure when she gets turned into season 2 or something like that. But the minute she turns, it's like she has this realization of who she actually is. And it's a whole different character.
Okay. Candyce, your number 1 overall character for the Vampire Diaries.
I meant Caroline. Did I say Catherine Forbes?
You did.
Yeah.
I meant Caroline. I'm so sorry.
I wouldn't have known.
I just realized that.
Yep, sorry. So Caroline is your number 2, not Catherine.
God, what an idiot I am.
And then Candyce, your number 1 overall character from Vampire Diaries.
Damon, and all I have to say is that man is freaking hot. That's literally the only reason why I love him so much.
Wow, that is some intelligent feedback. Thank you, Candyce. No other reason, just his looks?
No, he's so freaking hot. Okay, that's what it comes down to.
Wow.
I also find him attractive, but the eyebrow thing kind of freaks me out a little bit.
I love the eyebrow thing.
Sometimes it's really like he's laying it on thick. It's cheap.
Yeah, sometimes he's like kind of weird. But I don't like him in like when he's dating Caroline. I cannot stand him when he's with Caroline. That just is so stupid.
You look
Caroline's been with everyone.
Yeah, she's a hoe.
Oh, so Caroline's a hoe. Lindsay, your number 1 overall Vampire Diaries character.
So it's Bonnie Bennett with Enzo credit.
I was going to say, I was shocked I didn't hear Enzo so far because that's the only other name I hear.
He comes in way later, but he's a supporting character when it comes to Bonnie. So she starts out, we talked about it earlier, where she's this selfless character, does so much for everybody. And they really do. They use her because she has the ability to do so much, right? She's a witch with all these crazy powers that she hasn't tapped into yet. And she pushes herself over the edge to near death for a chance at saving any of her friends. But season 6 Bonnie is my absolute favorite. When she comes out of that that prison world, and she pivots her thinking to a more selfish way. Where am I? Okay, so the prison world traumatized her, and out came a woman who wasn't going to do things that put her at risk anymore. I really admire that because that takes a lot of strength to do. Then you brought in Enzo, who literally intensifies all that she is and helped her realize that who she is as a woman. She learns to trust herself and that she is in control of her destiny. And I love Bonnie for that. I originally had Caroline as my number one, but as I was writing out my notes for Bonnie, it was very easily her being my number one.
Okay. So real quick then, rapid fire from 5 to 1, Candyce. Go ahead and tell me your 5 to 1 best characters from the Vampire Diaries.
Elena, Catherine, Elijah, Klaus, and of course, Damon.
Okay. So no need to ask you if it's Team Stefan or Damon. So.
Oh, no, it's Team Damon all the way.
I was like, neither of you had Stefan anywhere in this top 5. So.
He's kind of annoying.
Okay. And then Lindsay, your 5 to 1.
5 to 1 was Elena, Klaus, Damon, Caroline, and Bonnie.
Okay. All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and jump into segment 3, where you guys are going to hit me with your favorite moments from the show. And then I do have some questions to ask you guys to kind of wrap this all up in a neat little bow.
Make us look real stupid?
I don't even have to try. All right. We'll hear from you guys in just a second. All right, we are back on with For No One in Particular. We're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode with some fun stuff. So, ladies, real quick, my first question for you guys, we're going to start with Candyce here. Candyce, do you want another season of the Vampire Diaries, or are you okay with the way everything wrapped up?
I don't think that they could have another season of the Vampire Diaries just because the way that they wrapped it up. I mean, spoiler alert, but like Stefan dies. So then I just feel like, and then, I don't know, the way that they end it seems like, Elena and Damon kind of died because they're reuniting with their family.
It shows us everyone
kind of dying,
passing away, and
except
they're seeing
Caroline
in the afterlife, which I do love because Damon and Stefan get to see each other. Mm-hmm. But I do think it was rushed. I hated the end of the season.
But Caroline was the only one that they didn't show because she pops up into, what is the other one that's called? The Legends? Mm-hmm. So that's
one I haven't watched yet.
Yeah, I've watched the first couple seasons, but I haven't watched any of the newer ones.
Okay. I'm going to have to add that to my watch list.
And the originals.
Mm-hmm. So, Lindsay, you also don't think it needs another season?
I think obviously my romantic side would love to see another season where it shows us, because Stefan dies, so who does Caroline end up with, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know how the originals or the Legends takes it because I've never seen those, but I would love to see where people end up.
Okay.
Or to see Damon and Elena have a kid because at the end they drink the cure. So to see them be humans, but I just feel like the way that they ended, they couldn't, I don't know. It wouldn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lindsay, what are the biggest differences between the show and the books?
There's a lot of differences. The book is more quick. It's more fast-paced. Elena turns into a vampire. The second book, end of first book, early second book. It's so quick. Friends are different. She doesn't have a little brother named Jeremy. She's got a little sister who's 5 or 6. Friends are different. She's got Bonnie, but she's also got another friend. I can't remember the name. Caroline's in it. Not friends with Elena or Bonnie. It's very fast-paced, though. Oh, she's muted. I'm good. As for the show you just get so much more. I feel like it's more mature. It's definitely going to hit a more mature audience. The book is written for teenagers.
Now, the biggest things just from you yapping at home all the time would be, I know that a lot of the characters, just the way they are written is different, as well as their physical attributes are very different than they are in the book and show.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. So in the book, they name things differently. What is it when the vampire can...
Oh, compulsion?
Yes. They call it something different in the book. I honestly cannot remember. And I wish I would have taken notes on the books.
It's okay. This is a focus on the show. I'm just asking you some questions.
But they do, the lore and the vampires in the books is different than the show. If it doesn't have to be the homeowner inviting a vampire in. All they can do, so anybody in the house can nod and the vampire can come in. Well, where's the mystery in that?
That's so crazy.
They're not safe. No one's safe, which is why everyone dies in Mystic Falls in the books.
Okay.
Yeah.
Candyce, let's see. So we talked a little bit about spin-offs you guys had mentioned. Now, I've got them pulled up here. You've got the originals, which aired from 2013 to 2018. It focuses on the original vampire family of Klaus, Elijah, and Rebecca as they navigate the power struggles and family dynamics in New Orleans. Then you've also got Legacies, which is from 2018 to 2022. It's the most recent spin-off. It is a direct spin-off of the originals that focuses on the next generation of supernatural beings, including Hope Mikhaelson at the Salvatore Boarding School for Young and Gifted. There is also future potential. Creator Julie Plec has expressed interest in expanding the Vampire Diaries universe further through a specific new project that has not been formally greenlit as of 2023, so it could potentially happen. Now, if you guys had to suggest a spinoff, I'm curious as to what that spinoff would look like. Now, one of the ideas that it's got written for me here, fans have suggested a potential future spinoff, such as a show focusing on Jeremy Gilbert as his adventuring as
Who the fuck would watch that?
as a vampire hunter. It's just one that was thrown out at me. But is there any future spinoffs you guys would want to see?
I mean, I guess like there being like something about the vampire hunters, but I would never want to watch Jeremy.
Yeah, honestly, the Vampire Hunters
Would be kind of cool.
is very interesting. Like more of their backstory and how they became, because it's 5, right?
It's
the top 5. There's 5 of them, and they get like tattooed every time they kill a vampire or a mythical creature, and these tattoos appear on them. So more backstory on them would be
And
fun,
only,
but not just Jeremy.
Only like the vampire hunters can see their tattoos.
Yes.
Like no one, like Damon cannot see Jeremy's tattoo.
Okay.
Only another vampire hunter can see it.
Okay. And then the last thing, give me a pitch as to why anybody should watch this show. Like, if I'm somebody who doesn't even know anything about Vampire Diaries, what would you tell me to get me to want to watch this show?
Do you like hot men?
Not quite.
Damon is pretty hot.
Do you like hot women? Just kidding.
I like good acting.
But there is good acting in it. And you have met a couple men in your life that have watched it and liked it.
That doesn't do much for me. I've met men who like Pacific Rim, and that movie's awful.
I think if you are wanting something that, brings out all those emotions in you, whether that be the romance side, the hatred, that's so cute, like everything, you feel everything in an episode, then you should watch it.
Okay, so I'll watch This Is Us, because you just gave me the pitch for This Is Us.
No. This Is Us is a horrible show to watch if you're a parent, because I've watched that and I cried every single episode. It's awful. But this one I cry because the characters are easy to fall in love with, not because I'm feeling like my kids are gonna die the next day.
Okay.
Because that's what This Is Us does.
Okay.
That's a whole different show.
Candace, what's your pitch to me?
I just feel like if you like the love part, like kind of what Lindsay said, I feel like she hit all the main points.
And vampires, because this honestly is the best lore for vampires. I don't know how to use the word lore for vampires ever. I don't like the whole Dracula vampire thing. I think it's icky.
Where it started, but okay.
That is more dress up Halloween-y for me. When I watch this and I see the garlic's fine with them, they can see their reflection in mirrors.
Or they can go in the sun.
They can go in the sun with
Twilight.
With magic. Don't even. I don't know. It makes it feels more real. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't feel like all gossied up and with a cape and some nonsense.
Okay. So like True Blood?
I love True Blood.
Okay.
That is more like a porn vampire show. That one's adult only.
Okay. All right. So then what we're going to do to finish off the show, we have some top moments. Lindsay, you've got 3. Candace, you've got 2. So Lindsay, go ahead and give us one of your top moments from the show that you want the listeners to know you loved.
Anything with Enzo.
Okay.
I love him. And I know you expected me to put him in my top 5 characters, but he comes later on and his time in this season is very short, but he is such a good human vampire because he's a vampire, but such a good man.
Okay.
I love him.
Candace, your first moment of the 2.
A drop in the ocean. Oh my God, that makes me cry every time I watch it.
Episode 1, season 3. It's called Happy Birthday.
It's really good.
Yeah.
But I totally am with Elena and Damon. I love them together. But when I watch A Drop in the Ocean, that's that 1%.
It's called Happy Birthday.
Well, the scene of it. I don't really give a fuck about the rest of
A
it.
Drop in the Ocean is the song that's played when Stefan and Elena are on that phone call that we talked about earlier, and
He calls.
Yep,
Oh,
and she just
so
says,
good.
"I love you." Hold on to that, and then the song plays, and it's just a perfect moment.
And so that's like my 1% where I do like Stefan and Elena together.
Okay.
Just because of that moment.
Yeah, I don't
Phone
really care
call
about
where he doesn't say a thing.
I don't know. It's really good.
No, I agree. That's also one of my moments.
Is that we'll just jump into that moment as your number 2 then?
Yeah, that's my number 2. Because it is, I feel like if you've watched Vampire Diaries and someone starts talking to you about it, that's the scene that starts playing in your head. That song, you can see the desperation in Stefan's eyes, but you can see the hurt in Elena's face, and yeah,
Okay.
you can picture it.
Okay. Candice, your next moment.
When Bonnie and Damon reunite after the prison world, I don't know. So like Bonnie and like Damon, like they don't really get along throughout like the whole show. Like, I mean, you can see that Damon does have like a little bit of love for Bonnie, but then they get stuck in this prison world together, and it's just them and
Forced
Kai.
to like each other, right? Or
And
to
so,
depend
like-
on one another.
And then like Damon leaves first and Bonnie gets stuck. And just like the way that they like reunite and just to see their friendship, develop after is just really, really awesome.
That was also my number 1, I guess, right? We did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also my scene. But I guess I'll go to, because she said it and she did a great job on that one, where Enzo puts a whole bunch of lights in the cabin and does a little date night for Bonnie.
That one's so cute.
It's so beautiful.
Okay.
They're really cute together.
They are so cute, and then he dies.
Yeah, that was really messed up.
I hate that.
I hate the way that he died.
They
Like,
did him, and it was like it was one last dirty moment they did to Bonnie. Like, she finally figured out what she wanted in life. She found happiness, and they took it from her.
Yeah, and everybody else got to like not really like die with like their partner, but like, Stefan, when he died, he was with Caroline. And I don't know, like
Horrible.
it was awful. It was tragic.
Okay. Well, so for a show about vampires, this has certainly been a talk about relationships.
Yeah.
Definitely one for the women out there.
And how hot the guys are.
And how hot the guys are. So with that being said, ladies, is there anything else you want to talk about before we jump off of this Vampire Diary special episode of For No One in Particular?
Damon's really hot.
Okay, Damon's really hot.
That's all I have to end it with.
No, I mean, you did a great job
Thanks.
hosting this show.
Definitely not going to watch it, but
No, of
that's
course.
okay. I'm glad, and I hope for all of you listening, you enjoyed this as well. I hope you were nodding along every time Candice said that Damon was hot. And from all of us here at Desert Highway Radio, check out all the other episodes and shows we've got in the bag, and we will talk to you guys next time.
Bye.